I'm running late, y'all. But I'm here, honey. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Running late, but I'm here. I don't see anyone on yet watching. Okay, you guys. I'm waiting for you guys to come on. I'm late. I'm running late, but I'm here. I'm running late, but I'm here, child. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I really don't know how this works. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to see comments. Okay, here we go. Live chat. I think that works. Y'all, I'm trying to figure it out. Bear with me. Hold on. I'm not seeing any comments. I don't think anyone has commented yet. Um, I'm only seeing a couple people watching. Okay. So y'all bear with me. This is my first time going live on this channel. I am so excited to go live, and I'm also nervous. Didn't really do anything to the face, just came on. I do have a couple videos to record on today, and let's do it. I don't really see any. I see one person. Can that one person say hey so I can see if I can see the comment? Because I ain't seeing nothing, child. I can't see nothing. Okay, so I really don't know. Hey, who is that? Alicia. Hey, Alicia, honey. Okay, good. Okay, so I can see a comment. All right, so I wanted to go live. This is my first live on the channel. I am, as again, I'm saying I am so excited to go live, and I'm nervous, okay? So I do have some questions written down that people had. They wanted to know certain things about me, such as, my career, my occupation outside of YouTube. So I'll dive into that. And I also have a special announcement. I'll announce it in a few. It's not going to be a really long live. I just want to come on, say hey, and allow you guys to get to know me a little bit better. So without further ado, I'll just get into the questions. I did a poll maybe like a week ago. Hey, April. I did a poll like a week ago, and I asked you guys, just to let me know what questions you have for me so you can get to know me better and understand the person behind the makeup and the wigs and everything else. So I am 37 years old. I'm a Sagittarius, honey. My birthday is December 21st. My first name is actually Marquita. It's not Nikki or Nicole. My middle name is Nicole. And all of my family either call me Nicole or Nikki. So that's where all things Nikki Nicole comes from. No one really calls me Marquita outside of coworkers. So on this platform is Nikki or Nicole, whatever you guys feel comfortable with. Marquita's a name I didn't even know until I started school. So, but anyway, that's the story behind my name. First name is Marquita, but I really, like I said, only my family call me, not my family, all my coworkers call me Marquita. So if I hear Marquita, I know it's somebody who I really don't know like that. But just want to give you guys the story behind that. Again, I'm 37 years old. I'm a mom of two. So I have a son. He's 17, about to be 17, and he lives in Austin with his father. And that's a decision that we made together collectively because I felt like he needed that male, you know, interaction on a daily, and there's only so much I can do and give him as a mom. And plus he was, exhibiting some behaviors that was just getting out of hand. So I was like, you know what? Let's have a conversation. So I had a talk with him to see what he wanted, what he needed. And as my son to his mom, he was like, Mom, I need my dad. So we made it happen. And I also have an 8-year-old daughter. Let me call her out because she's in her room. Come here, Gabby. Come here, babe. And my son, his name is Michael. And this is my daughter, Gabby. Want to lean over and say hey?
Hi.
So this is Gabby. I'm getting ready to tackle this head in a minute, all this hair. But I just wanted her to come on and say hey. And I do want to get into more of you guys' questions. So where I'm from Mississippi. I'm from this little small town called Natchez, Mississippi, and I was born and raised there. I left Mississippi when I was 18, fresh out of high school. I graduated in May and June. I had joined the Army. I signed up for the Army when I was like 17. I just wanted to get away and I didn't want to be stuck. Like my hometown is not one like that is growing or it's like this high populated area, like it's really rural. And I just wanted something outside. Like I always wanted to see outside of where I was because as a kid, we never really traveled. We didn't go on vacations. And I was like, I know there's more to the world than just little old Natchez. So I signed up for the military for one, because I wanted to get away from my parents, truth be told. Okay. I wanted to get away from my parents and I wanted my own independence. Like my parents were older, so they're a little bit overbearing and really overprotective. So I just wanted to get out and see the world for myself. So I joined the military. I stayed in for like almost 4 years. And then when I got pregnant with my son and I had my son, I kind of, oh, April, yay, you from Mississippi. That's right. Yeah, girl, I'm from little old Natchez. But when I had my son, when I was in the military, that kind of reshifted my focus. Like before I had him, I wanted to stay in the military, do my 20 years, retire. I wanted to go to drill sergeant school. Like I was hua all the way. If anybody's familiar with the Army, it's hua. So I was hua all the way. I wanted to totally just, dominate. And I did pretty well for myself until I got out. Like I said, my son, he totally reshifted my focus. I had already did like one tour to Iraq, which lasted almost 6 months. So when I saw that, and I know how dangerous it is to be in the military, like you literally putting your life on the line. So I knew I wanted to dial it back, take a step back, be a mom, because I felt like for me to be effective, for me personally, I couldn't be in the military. And at the time, my ex-husband, he was in, and I was on orders to leave in September for a year. He was on orders to leave in October for a year. And I was like, you know what? This isn't for me. So luckily for me, I was on postpartum leave and I didn't have to deploy for a second time. But I did do one tour in Iraq back in 2003, like when everything first kicked back off. So there's a little background there. So I am a combat veteran. And what else? So I am next to the baby out of 7 kids on my mom's side. So my mom has 7 children. I'm next to the baby. I have a younger sister. She's 2 years younger than me. My daddy was a Rolling Stone before he met my mom. So he had 6 other children. So I do have like a lot of brothers and sisters, but I don't really know a lot of my brothers and sisters on my dad's side because my sister and I, we're the youngest. And oh, thank you, babe. We're the youngest out of all of them, and there's such a huge age gap in between us. Like my oldest sister is almost 70 and I'm 37. So that's kind of where the disconnect is. And then, they didn't really have anything to do with my dad for a long time. So I kind of really don't know a lot of my siblings on his side. But I do have a sister that has passed away. She passed away when she was 33. So that was another thing that, that shifted my focus while I was in the military because I lost my sister as well. But she was like kind of like a second mom to me because growing up, my mom had her issues. So my sister kind of stepped up to the plate and she was kind of like that sister and mom. So do have a bunch of siblings. Again, I mentioned I do have 2 children. I was married before I got married in the military, child. Why did I do that? But anyway, when I was 20, I got married and I stayed married almost 6 years to my ex-husband. And in which I felt like we were probably too young to get married anyway, but I was ready for the marriage more so than what he was. Like I was used to the structure. He really wasn't. Like he was just used to doing his own thing. So that led to him, being unfaithful. We had a toxic relationship, like toxic. There was domestic violence. And I just made the decision one day, like, this is not how I want to live my life. Like, I don't want somebody who doesn't value or appreciate me or respect me. So I made the decision to leave the marriage. So, yes. So I got divorced by the age of almost 26. So that even though he did things to precipitate my wanting to end the marriage, I did still feel like I failed in a sense. Like if that makes sense for anybody who's been married before. Like I still felt like I failed. Like dang, my marriage didn't work out. But I also learned a lot about me in the process, because when I met my husband, I had all these issues like from childhood trauma. Like I was molested, I was raped. I was raped prior to meeting my ex-husband, and that kind of, I brought all that baggage in, and I wasn't healed from the things that I had went through as a kid and even as a teenager, almost adult. Like I had never healed from that. And I feel like he knew that I had some insecurity issues, and he kind of monopolized and manipulated me in certain ways. But that's a story for another day. But I do currently, so somebody had questions about my career. So currently I work for the federal government. I work for a federal government program. Hey, honey. Hey. I think that's Tandy. Hey, Tandy. So I do work for a federal government program as a program assistant, which means I just assist the program in what they need. So like right now, I do like I'm in charge of our electronic medical record. So I go in, I can give people their, login, password, and all that type of information. If there's anything going on, they have any errors or issues with the system, I'm the person they come through, and I cipher those requests to our vendor. So, hey, Debbie, thank you for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. So I kind of handle all those requests. I have been in the federal government agency. I've been in the federal government system like 13 years almost. And I do really, really, really like it. And I'll probably end up retiring out of it. So that's my main source of income. I do have a couple of degrees. I have 2 associate's degrees. One is in medical assisting. The other one is in healthcare administration. I have my bachelor's in healthcare administration as well. So I do have that under my belt. And as far as my career goes, like I said, I think I want to retire out of the federal government system. It is a really good place to work, good solid income, good benefits. So, and I really like the program that I'm in. I like what I do. You got called out. I got called out cartwheels. I don't know what that means. But again, I'm in the federal government system, so that's my main source of income outside of YouTube. YouTube, I really haven't generated a whole lot of income because I don't really have the following yet by me just starting. So hopefully that does change here in the near future. So someone asked, how has life changed for me since the pandemic? Since the pandemic, I've been teleworking from home. So that's a plus, and I thank God for that. Hey sis, hey sis. That's my sis, Miss Jada, my wig babe, my YouTube sister. Thank you for joining, sis. But since the pandemic, I've been working from home. I have a love-hate relationship with it right now because I feel like when I'm in the office, I can think better, and when I'm at home, it's like my brain goes idle and I can't think, and I'm not as productive as I feel like I should be. So I find myself constantly getting distracted. So I like it and I hate it at the same time. And plus you don't have that interaction with your coworkers, so it's kind of hard too for in that regard. But other than that, that's pretty much how my life has changed. Like even before the pandemic, I wasn't really like a person that's always gone and not at home. Like I'm a homebody. I stay at home with me and my daughter. My son comes home every summers. Oh, girl, I'm slow at times. Okay, Tandy. Well, again, thank you, babe. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Like, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm nervous at the same time, but we figuring it out together, okay? But again, back to how has my life changed since the pandemic? Not a whole lot, y'all, because I'm a homebody. I'm at home, Netflixing and chilling, and I might go out to eat every now and then. And that was even before the pandemic. And even before the pandemic, I was a germaphobe, so I'm constantly sanitizing and yes, child. even before Rona, I was OCD when it came to the germs and the disinfectant wipes and the sanitizer and everything else. So I think April, you asked this question. What made me want to start YouTube? So YouTube is kind of crazy. So I'm a really shy person. I describe myself as like a introvert slash extrovert, which means like if I don't really know you, I'm kind of withdrawn. I'm very shy. And I think I get that from growing up because we grew up around a lot of family. So it's like if you weren't family, it's like I was really in my shell because I was more comfortable with the people who I got to interact with every day. So that kind of created like a little bit of social awkwardness for me. When it came time for school, I was really, really quiet. I mean, like people probably thought I was a mute for a long time because I didn't say anything in class because it's like if you don't talk to me, I'm not talking to you. So I'm just gonna be quiet and I'm gonna do my work and then I'm gonna go home. So YouTube was born out of me wanting to come out of my shell. And I do find that I've came out of my shell a lot more. It's kind of weird, kind of strange at the same time. But it has helped me be, more vocal and like before starting YouTube, I would kind of, watch videos, but I would never say anything. I was kind of scared to say anything, if that makes sense. So since starting YouTube, I comment more now that I know exactly what it means. Because like when you guys like and comment and share our videos, that kind of helps us get noticed. Hey, Laria, thank you for joining. So when you guys like, share, and comment, that kind of helps us get noticed because YouTube pushes our videos out to other people. So before starting YouTube, I didn't know that. I only know that now because I did a little bit of research. But again, I was scared before I would watch videos. I just wouldn't say anything. So I just be there quiet, shy, my quiet, shy self. But that has helped me. And also, I thought YouTube would be, hey girl, I ain't gonna say your name, but I'll just say, hey, I love you. I miss you. We are waiting for you to come back, sis. I ain't gonna say your name. I ain't gonna announce you. But again, and then also YouTube, I was like, well, I can get some residual income for doing something that I love. I used to want to do hair as a kid, y'all. Like as a kid, I was like, I want to be a cosmetologist. Like I got into hair mainly because of my sister who passed away. So mainly because my sister who passed away, she used to do hair. And so by her doing it, I used to watch her and I became really interested in it. See, somebody else shouted you out. It wasn't me. But yeah, I wanted to do hair, you guys. And I remember the first person's hair I did was a neighbor. And I did her hair. It took me a little while. And then when we went to school, I was in high school. So when we went to school, I saw the girl, she had took her hair down. I had just did her hair the day before. Mind you, it took me like 2 hours. So when I... Okay. And mind you, it took me like 2 hours to do this girl's hair. And then when we went to school, she took it down, y'all. And I was like, why would she take her hair down? I was like, she didn't like it. I was like, why she didn't tell me? So I felt like I was rejected in a sense. So I was like, you know what? Maybe cosmetology is not for me because I don't want anyone, because I don't want to like not have someone be happy with the work that I did, if that makes sense. And I always want some, and I know it's totally crazy. We can't be perfect and we can't please everybody. But for me, that just let me know like it's not for me. I'm not cut out for rejection. Oh, I don't know how to do it. How do I do it? I'm new to this, boo. I don't know how to do it. I have no idea and I don't want to mess nothing up, sis. I don't know how to do it. What I hit. But yeah, so I didn't want to. Okay, I'll DM you after. Is that okay? So I didn't want, to let people down. And so I just said cosmetology is not for me, but I did start doing my own hair and, I did my own perms in like high school. I did my sister's hair. Yeah, I just don't know how to do it. I just hopped on. I was already running late, sis. Look, and totally Me fashion. Your sister, I'm always running late, y'all. I swear. I try not to be, but it just happens. What I have to do? Hey, sis. Hey, Deanna. Thank you for joining. So, where was I? I forgot where I was. You know, I got ADD too on top of everything else. But yeah, so cosmetology was not for me. DM we will come back on. Okay, so let me pause the live. Hey sis, hey Diamond, thank you for joining. So let me pause and I'm gonna come right back, y'all. I'm gonna come right back because I still have my announcement to make.